Hey, what's going on, my fellow friends and family of gamers? Today we're looking at a new game that is just released out on early access. And of course, what we're talking about is the game Before We Leave. Now, this is kind of a laid back, kind of a relaxed little kind of Sim City builder that you can just get into and hop on, start playing, and kind of unwind from your day, take a nice relaxing journey, and enjoy yourself in diving into this immersed game. Now, this was developed and released by Balancing Monkey Games in May of 2021. It's finally time. After so long, your peeps have emerged from the underground. Your peeps have emerged from the underground shelter and are on the surface again. All right, let's get started. We're running into the tutorial right now for this game Before We Leave because, well, it's absolutely amazing. Let's get your peeps settled in building roads and huts. All buildings must be placed next to a road. Okay. Once you're done building, you can right click and cancel the building process. Okay, fair enough. Alright, so let's go ahead and build some roads up here and make sure that our peeps, I love that, our peeps can go ahead and start populating the area around us. You can rotate the camera using Q and E. Okay, typical things that we're going to be doing. And then you can also use your arrow keys for, you know, WSAD, that kind of deal, to move around the map. Typical keyboard controls that we're using here. Now, if you don't know, in this game, kind of really the background of the story is there was some kind of nuclear fallout that ended happening, and we went underground. That's what the center of that of the map is showing right now, that kind of underground fallout shelter that we have there, and we are emerging from there to build up our civilization once again. Great. While the shelter is slowly, you need food and water. All right, makes sense. And that can definitely help out. I'm kind of loving how this is like, was that a hexagon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I like how the tiles are kind of remind me a little bit of playing Civ. Civ 5, of course, that is. Wasn't too big of a fan of Civ 6. What about you? Honestly, what did you like better, Civ 5, 6? What's your kind of expansion? What's your map playing game there? If you're new to the channel, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for taking a chance and looking at this content we're putting out here. And if you are new, go ahead and subscribe and hit that like button for me. I would greatly appreciate it. Oh, that's cool. Did you hear that? Kind of the voices shift when you shift around the map, when you turn your view there. Now you need to build a woodcutter to get wood for your buildings, place them near some trees. Alright, that makes sense. Let's go grab our woodcutter here. It's kind of like a modern day. Oh, what's that game that just came out? Oh, it's off the top of my head. Not Viking Simulator, but some of that, not Medieval Dynasty. Other peeps are learning. You need to build library to research these ancient texts. Okay. That game will come to my head. It's escaping right now. It just came out not too long ago, but it kind of reminds me of this, just in a you know, Viking setting. Okay, so we need more stone. Let's see how we can do that. Okay, so we don't have to make like a quarry. We just can go demolish some boulders there. I guess that works. Demolish the forces that are in your way. Yep. Uh-huh. Okay, so they're saying it kind of saves some time if you go ahead and drag your long road. I guess that's meaning it saves the worker time. The worker time to get to whatever you want them to do. And yeah, okay, yeah. Straight line makes sense, right? Let's see if we can get going here. See how this is kind of just like a chill, relaxed kind of vibe. You're not really rushing against time. You're not really rushing to build up and defend yourself from any rush attacks or anything like that. You're kind of just chilling back. You're rewinding from your long day, and you're chilling. This is one of those games that, you know, if you need to just chill, this is a game you want to play. Wow. You see that like sunset over there? Like it switches from night to day. I wasn't expecting that. Then again, kind of like with most of these games, excuse my little speech there. With most of these games, I see them on Facebook. It's a sponsored ad on Facebook. I check to see if it's you know, just been released, if it's early access, what's going on with it, and if I can get it. Like some of the games I'm looking at, like Remoteless and Feudal Lands, there's not a beta, there's not a demo, there's not anything that I can get right now, but you bet I'm in the Discord just waiting for that to be released. And if you haven't heard of those two yet, that's totally fine. And if you've heard of something else that I haven't mentioned yet or that I haven't created a video on yet, let me know down in the comments. I definitely want to take a look at that for you. I love how they keep on saying Peeps. There's no peoples, it's Peeps. First, we need to do the game control settings. Yeah, makes sense. And stone is an important resource. Didn't we just... Okay, I have to take it back. It looks like we do need to build up a quarry to go ahead and get some more stone resources. Just demolishing those rocks, those boulders, isn't going to handle it. It's cool how they have the elevator there. Or how we can research an elevator. You know, sometimes you think, all right, we're coming out of post-apocalyptic society. We don't have these technologies. We don't have a way to research. We have to find them. Like some of the games that I played, and definitely that you've played, is you have to figure out the next step, technology step, by just discovering it. You don't get a rundown. You don't get a notice. You don't get a Wikipedia page showing you what you need to do to get to the next tech step. Now, personally, I'm enjoying playing this game just a little bit on a higher speed. You can set up how you like, kind of medium, kind of just the regular speed. I'm going really fast. Why? Well, I enjoy being able to make those quick decisions. It kind of gives me what I like when I play these types of games. And of course, if it's going too fast or it's going too slow, change up the speed. Alright, so learning ancient technologies. We have the stone quarry that has to be built, again, on a road. And it creates pollution, so we have to be careful where we put this down. Of course, the road. Can't forget the roads. You know, there's probably a proper placement for all the roads on how to make it work and be ergonomic or correctly placed down so that you don't create a whole bunch of misused space. But that's half the fun of it. There we go. Okay, so now that we have that, we need to figure out how we can set sail. Okay, so... Oh, here's a tip for you. Did you know that forest will slowly remove pollution from the tiles next to them? That's a tip if you're going to take down forests and also place buildings such as the quarry, or quarry, however you pronounce it, or whatever other buildings that create pollution. Wow, look at that world. If you place them near the forest, forests are going to help out and, you know, make it less pollinated, less polluted. Oh, and you can get bonuses too. Your buildings can get bonuses, so definitely look out the tips that are sent to you from the game itself. And be on the lookout from those because they can definitely help your gameplay. So right now we just need to expand our village up to 25 people, or peeps. I definitely know that I'm not a civil engineer by the way I'm placing these roads and huts down. Not my forte. Definitely missing out on some great spaces or some great advantages, but it's okay. So it looks like I need to build some more roads to accommodate the housing situation. And again, this is what I'm talking about. If you figure out how to place your roads just the right way, you can save a whole lot of space and add a whole lot more important buildings, such as the huts, to your map. Then again, I've probably only explored, what, 5-10% of this map so far? The voices, the random voices there kind of remind me of playing Age of Empires a little bit. Not because like in game, but when you go to click on some of the buildings, you hear those civilian voices. Again, can't talk today. My brain sometimes lags behind what my mouth is saying. Choose the resources you want to store in your warehouse. So it looks like you can specifically put in certain types when you have an accumulation of extra resources and designate it to go to different warehouses along the map. So you see these tips keep on popping up. This is because I am in the tutorial right now, learning how this game works. But even what I read was that these tips will still pop up in-game after you've gone through the tutorial and turned the tutorial off. I'm really trying to keep that pollution away from getting on the ground anywhere, because I feel like eventually down the road, I'm going to have such a big city, such a big community, that I'm going to need that space right there. So I definitely don't want it to be polluted starting right out of the gate. So we're going to repair this ruined generator. But we have to build a road to get there first. So I'm doing my best here not to delete or deconstruct the buildings that I've already created. But it looks like that is going to happen just a little bit here. Fortunately, we got a little bit of pollution there as well. So in my mind right now, I'm figuring, you know, I have these buildings that are creating pollution, so I might as well put them all in one section, right? And then just take out the buildings that I don't want to get some pollution damage to, and keep them away and rebuild them somewhere else. I can't tell you what's going on this road. I'm getting there. I'm creating more distances, but man, this is a really poorly built road. Goodbye, sir. See you later. And I know what you're thinking, why'd you take the forest down there? Well, I need a little bit more room to create a couple more buildings, and I know that those forests could indeed take care of that pollution. But right now, I'm just trying to set up and get started my community right now. Oh, cool. So it looks like this pulls up a panel to give you all the different information on your island. You just click island at the top, or whatever island you're on, or whatever the name of your civilization is at the moment. Click on that, and it's going to show you all of this different information about your people, about your buildings, and about your resources. Oh, and you can even see, like, looks like happiness in your resource storage. Kind of like playing what is that game? SimCity. Couldn't think of that for a second. Where you can see how happy people are, how polluted an area is, stuff like that. Those overlays that the map gives, this has it as well. They're becoming unhappy because they're working too hard. They will move and work slowly, more slow, if they're unhappy. Well, we don't want that, and we certainly don't want them to stay unhappy, so let's figure out a way to keep them happy. I mean, I don't know about you, regardless if I'm happy or not in my job, at work, I'm not gonna care as much as when I get home. That's what I care about, being happy about when I'm playing these games, enjoying my reality and sharing my new reality in these video games with you. It looks like, as you can see, the water obviously is what's around us. It looks like we're just starting off here on a small continent, or some island here. Well, I guess it's called an island, and that we're gonna be able to expand out to other places. I still love how you can see that day and night. A couple more of these here. Oh, finally, I've been waiting to get this ship going so we can finally enjoy sailing and see what the rest of this map holds. That's a pretty straight road that I have going there. That one seems to be working out. Maybe I need to start out with a grid next time. Keep that in mind when you start playing this game. Alright, our boat almost looks like it's done. Aha! There we go. Repair your ship. The Peeps are sailing again. Let's go! Woo! Select the ship and then left click where you want to move. You can even click out of the empty space and just move there. Alright, let's get going. So if you go too far from the village and you don't have food set up, it looks like your people will also get fatigued as well. Definitely want to keep that in mind when you explore. I love that sound effect there. Now again, kind of like how Civ shows you the lighter tiles being the closer to land tiles, it kind of is the trend that we're going on here in this game. We discovered oil. Okay, I wonder what we can get done with that. We'll go ahead and start our colony here. Wow, not a bad choice. Weird looking road I have going. We're gonna have to delete some of those tiles eventually. I don't know if I'm a fan of it kind of expanding the road out further like it does when it creates a building. I guess there's no real negative impact of it. I just don't know if I'm a fan. Alright, so far we've started out basically coming out of the ground after a nuclear fallout and an apocalypse that ended up happening. And we've already built up not one, but two colonies on our new world. Let's try and make up from that last mistake and make a straight road. Adding all the same things that we had built in our previous colony, we're going to add those to this one as well, so we make sure that we succeed here too. Alright, and for now that brings us to the end of the video, but guys, make sure that you come back here so that we continue building up on this island and see how great we make this second colony and much, much more. I'll see you in the next video.